Hello and welcome to Education at SSBJ online video tutorials. We are in chapter Chemical Effects of Electric Current of class 8th CBSE. In the previous video tutorial we have discussed answers of some of the important multiple choice questions. In this video tutorial we shall go to NCERT textbook questions and discuss the answers. We'll go ahead now. The first question is fill in the blanks. Most liquids that conduct electricity are solutions of dash, dash and dash. Right? And we know that liquids conduct electricity only when if the salt is added. Right? In case of water I am telling. Or else salt solution is a very good conductor of electricity, or acid is a good conductor of electricity, or a base such as sodium hydroxide, right? Sodium hydroxide is a base. So all base, all acids and all salt solutions. Salt solution need not be common salt, it can be even copper sulfate or any other salts. So therefore here you have to write acids, bases and salts. Right? Most liquids that conduct electricity are solutions of acids, bases and salts. Second question. The passage of an electric current through a solution causes dash effect. We have already seen in the previous video tutorial that when the current is allowed to pass through water, so this is water, and then if connection is given here, right, this is a battery, so this is a positive terminal, negative terminal, you added bit of salt here to make it more conductive, right? So what has happened, the hydrogen and oxygen will get split separately and they are separated, okay, and therefore this is what the chemical change is. So passage of an electricity through a solution causes chemical effect. Next, if you pass electric current through copper sulfate solution, copper gets deposited on the plate connected to the dash terminal, right? So let me do some rough work here. Copper sulfate solution, let us imagine that we have taken a copper sulfate solution is CuSO4, copper sulfate solution. Solution in the sense some water is added in the copper sulfate powder, so it becomes copper plus plus and SO4 minus minus. So many copper plus plus and SO4 minus minus will be there in this, right? So this will go to a negative charge and SO4 will go to positive charge terminal. So terminal means any metal rod here, right? Any metal rod, and that metal rod if it is connected to a battery, and if the battery, this is the plus end and this is the minus end, so this becomes a positive terminal, this becomes a negative terminal. So copper will go to negative terminal because they are unlike charges, right? So if you pass current through copper sulfate solution, copper gets deposited on the plate connected to negative terminal. So remember, this is a very important question. And why it gets deposited to negative terminal? Because unlike charges attract each other and copper becomes a positively charged, whereas the negative terminal is connected to the negative terminal of the battery. Next one, the process of depositing a layer of any desired metal on another metallic object by means of electricity is called, called electroplating. We have studied this, electroplating, right? Please recall the previous video. Electroplating is a process of depositing, let's say there is iron here, iron is Fe. Remember this symbol is Fe. If iron is placed here and copper is placed here, right? This copper will start depositing over iron, and you will have after some time a copper deposition on metal. And what is that called? Electroplating. Next question. When the free ends of a tester are dipped into a solution, the magnetic needle shows deflection. Can you explain the reason? Let me explain the question this. What do you mean by tester here in this question is, let's say you have taken a container, okay, this is a container, and there you have put some solution inside. Now to test whether it conducts electricity or not, we are going to put two terminals here, let's say two metal rods, right? And then we take a wire here and connect a cell or a battery. I am showing only one cell here, and then connect this terminal here. Okay, this is a positive and this is a negative one, right? So this becomes positive and this becomes negative terminal. I am not showing any direction here because that you have not learnt how to show the direction of the current. However, in short, you can show this in this way, right? So from positive to, then it goes to negative. Okay, this is the direction of the current. So this is the circuit. Alright, now when the current moves through this solution, alright, imagine that you have placed a magnetic needle just above this wire. And you know what magnetic needle is? You have studied it in the previous classes. Magnetic needle contains a small magnet which always shows north and south direction. So you keep this magnetic needle anywhere, it will always show a north and south direction. But if you keep this here, just over this, right, and there is a current here in the wire, then it will not show north and south direction. Then there is a deflection in the magnet. What do you mean by deflection? This needle will move in a different direction, right? In that case, it will not show any north and south direction. Okay, that's a kind of testing that current is there just below the magnetic needle. Okay, so point to be remembered here is that magnetic needle will not be showing north and south direction when it is very near to the electric field, and this is electric field. I am not telling in detail what is it and why it is so. We shall discuss in detail in next higher classes about this. Okay, so can you explain the reason? This is the reason, that the electric field and the magnetic field both are same. It is keeping as if one magnet near another magnet. And can you keep one magnet near another magnet without deflection? North and north and north and north, will they be same? They repel, and therefore it repels, right? So this is the explanation for it. So what is written here? We can explain this reason. Magnetic needle will show deflection when the circuit is complete. The deflection of the magnetic needle shows that the solution is a good conductor. Understood? So you will find the deflection only if the current flows. Understood? If this is a pure water, there will be no deflection. Understood? Because no current flows. If there is a current, there is a deflection. Right? I hope you have understood. Well, this question is very simple. Name 3 liquids which, when tested in the manner shown in the figure, may cause magnetic needle to deflect. Please recall the previous question that magnetic needle will deflect only when the circuit is complete, right? And circuit is complete only when this is not a pure water. Either we have to add salt or acid or base. Right? So if you add these things to the water, this becomes a conductor, and then the current goes all around here, and then the indication is that magnetic needle deflects, move away. So name 3 liquids which when tested in the manner shown in figure may cause magnetic needle to deflect. Magnetic needle will deflect only when the current flows. Battery is already connected. So this liquid either should be a tap water conduct electricity, or an acid or base, okay, or any salt, right? So this is an acid, hydrochloric acid, this is a base, and tap water contains many minerals as well as salts, right? So this is the answer. Next question, a circuit is given here, right? A bulb does not glow in the setup shown in the figure. So there is no glow in this bulb, right? List the possible reasons, explain your answer. So very simple, the bulb may be not working, maybe it must have been fused. Fused, you know, you all must have seen that the bulb, right, which we use in the house, it contains you know, a tungsten wire, and if it gets cut here, then we call it as a fused wire bulb, right? If the bulb is fused, then that bulb may not glow, it will not glow, right? Second is, if there is no charge in the battery, no voltage, then there is no current possible to make the bulb to glow, right? Or there may be some loose connections here. So when you do a circuit, if there is a loose connection, then there is a possibility of bulb may not glow. Next is very important, which is connected to your chapter, that this is not a good conductor of electricity. What I show now here is a solution. This solution may not be a conductor of electricity. That is an important reason. If that is not a conductor of electricity, then it will not allow the current to flow in this circuit. So answers can be, the connections of the circuit may be loose, it's B, may be loose, okay, and bulb may be fused, it must have been spoiled, the cells may be used up, that means no voltage, and the liquid may be a poor conductor or a bad conductor of electricity. It must have been pure water then. Okay. Next question. A tester is used to check the conduction of electricity through 2 liquids. There are 2 liquids labeled A and B. It is found that bulb of the tester glows brightly for A and while glowing very dimly for B. So try to understand this question. We have a tester here. And what's a tester? Let's make one tester here. So this is a battery and there is an LED, okay, or let me show you as a bulb, okay, bulb, and then the ends are here. This is a tester, okay, and what does it test? It tests the conductivity of liquid. Now suppose if I keep these 2 terminals in a liquid, what we call as liquid A. Let's say it's liquid A, and he says it glows brightly for liquid A. It will glow very bright for liquid A, and in case of B, it will not be so bright, it glows very dim. So you have to conclude out of these 4 options, liquid A is better conductor than liquid B, and this is correct answer. That's why the glow is bright here, because A is a good conductor. And rest all, take time and read all these remaining options and find out why they are wrong, right? So we'll go for next question. So this is the answer. Liquid A is better conductor than liquid B. Next, does pure water conduct electricity? If not, what can we do to make it conducting? Very simple. We have already discussed. We have to add to the water, okay, either a salt, okay, or we have to add acid, or we have to add a base. Okay, either of these, if you add this to water, and then water becomes a conductor of electricity. Okay, remaining questions we will consider in the next video tutorial. Till then, thank you very much.